Welcome to JMC Live. I am your host, Jeremy Caverley. Sorry that we started a little late. We're trying to get some footage for you that looks like has been removed from YouTube. I can't find the short little clip that I was going to use to talk about the G20 summit. So what we're going to try and do is actually research that and try and find it. But a connector to what is actually going on that we want to cover tonight is freedom of religion versus freedom of worship. Do you know what the difference is? And do you know what the Constitution says? Do you guys know the founding documents, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, actually how this all entails where we are as of today and where we should go in the future? This documents that we're speaking of, the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, are the whole foundation of America. What we talk about in the Supreme Court and the Bill of Rights for freedom of religion. Now, if you've been following the U.S. Commission of International Religious Freedom, they have a report for 2010. And they've noticed this key phrase when the violence happened at the military base, or when Hillary Clinton spoke at different at the Georgetown University. This phrase, freedom of religion, has been changed to freedom of worship. Do you know what the definition of religion is? The definition of religion is a form of a body of people that believe in a mono or multi deity, and they worship is one of the forms of things that people do. When you change the statement freedom of religion to freedom of worship, you completely change the paradigm of exactly what you are actually talking about. When you use the terms freedom of religion, founding fathers, freedom of religion, you end up talking about, I'm sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on. We're having a lot of problems tonight. You end up changing the whole, like I said a second ago, the whole paradigm of what is actually happening. According to the U.S. Commission of International Religious Freedom's 2010 report, this change in phraseology could be viewed by human rights defenders and officials in other countries as having concrete policy implications. It excludes the right to raise your children in your faith, the right to have religious literature, the right to meet with co-religionists, the right to raise funds, the right to appoint or elect your religious leaders, and carry out charitable activities, evangelize, and to have religious education or seminary training. That's Nia Shea. World Magazine says this is not an inconsequential change. Freedom of worship means the ability to have church services, which is crucial, but leaves out protection for Christian schools, publications, compassionate ministries. Freedom of religion means ministries designed to help people, prisoners change their lives, help the poor, enter the workforce, can teach what the Bible teaches. Under freedom of worship, these type of ministries can become illegal. Did you hear me, folks? If you change the Constitution and the Bill of Rights from freedom of religion to freedom of worship, what you are doing, ministries such as ourselves and others and your ministry that you attend, can be considered illegal. This is a possible document being approved. It's verbiage and diction used by the current administration, which does not make any sense to me. Why is this happening? You know, some people believe the word religion and worship can be interchangeable. I do not believe that when you go to the store, or and you worship the low prices of Walmart, rollback, awesome. You go to a rock concert and people are like, awesome, great singer. These people are worshiping those people. Women, you love your shoes. You worship your shoes. You got to go to the shoe store. You got to try on shoes all the time. This is a form of worship. But what's the difference between a form of worship and a form of religion? When you put the word form and freedom of worship, that means that whoever is in power over you can dictate what religion you have a freedom to worship and how you can actually move forward. The State Department of International Religious Freedom Office says those of us in business are sniffing out rats. Know that this is a rhetorical shift to watch. Tom Farr, professor of religion and world affairs at Georgetown University, the former head of state at the Department of International Religious Freedom. We already know the term radical Islam is not looked upon in society in America anymore. You can't say we're fighting terrorism anymore. We're fighting radical Islamists. No. We're not fighting people like that. We're fighting people who are trying to just, go against a mainstream thing. When you try and change the words have power. I don't care about this old statement, sticks and stones will break you, but words will never hurt you. Then why do we have the Bill of Rights? Why do we have the Constitution? Think about this. Do you know what your constitutional rights are? And the Bill of Rights, and how does it affect you today? When you start augmenting beyond the basic structure of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, what ends up happening is it ends up changing. There's this paradigm shift in society where we have a democracy and a republic and this. We came to America to get free of religion. We came to America to change the economic ties. And when we were in war with France and we were in war with England, when you learn the historical fact of what we were doing in America to become Americans, when you look at the Federalist Papers, when you look at Thomas Paine's Common Sense, what you find out is people were struggling to be free, to have an expression and an opportunity. Now, I kind of mentioned this the other day on the other show, and I have to mention it again today. And it's what is mentioned at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty. Do you know who Emma is? The poem that is written on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty. What it stands for. How society is changed. There's actually a quote by Ravenhill who says, the Founding Father Church believed in, and I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have it right in front of me at the moment, but what the Founding Father Church believed in, they believed in poverty, the poor, helping the sick, persecution, opportunity, and chance. In today's society, it's about me, it's about I, the individual, only the individual, welfare, helping others and doing things for other people, and popularity is where we are today. Do you see the shift? And I understand, and it makes total sense to me, that there are people out there that want to abuse systems like food stamps and Medicaid and all these kinds of things. People have an opportunity to be good or to be bad. We're going to take a break, and when I come back, I will actually read to you this document, this poem, the New Colossus. Will return.